Hi guys. Now, what makes the dream more worth it is the more difficult it is, the sweeter the victory. And if your dreams are very difficult and you push through and you motivate yourself, you keep on going, no matter how hard it is, no matter what you see that could absolutely take you out, but you over triumph it, then that means you're stronger than you think. We always shortcut ourselves. We always tell ourselves no. We always tell ourselves what could go wrong, but why not flip the script? Why not say, oh, I can do this, or I am going to do this? And you better affirm yourself and you talk loud so that whatever person around you can hear you, even if there's nobody next to you. As long as the world hears you, you are going to be great one day. But if you just keep it silent to yourself, if you don't speak out loud, if nature does not hear what you're saying, then how are you going to be able to water your seeds that are in the ground planted for you so that it could sprout and be the life changing thing that you need to change your life? You can achieve anything you set your mind to. No thing is big for you, because if you think it's big, then you are not dreaming big enough. Because we live in this world where it was created by one person, and God created this world. So if he can create this world, then you can create anything as well. Do not shortcut yourself. Do not self-doubt yourself, because life is short. You only live once in life, and time is very important, because once you waste it, you cannot get it back. So therefore, regret weighs tons, and taking a risk only weighs ounces. So if you take a risk and it does not work out, does not mean that life is over. It just means that you haven't quite made it yet, but you're trying to see how you can make it way better. You have to better yourself. You have to uplift yourself, because nowadays we live in a society where people think that everything is easy. We live in a society where everybody's chasing instant gratification. So it's like the moment that you get whatever you want in a short amount of time, then that is like the biggest reward ever. But it's not, because if the more harder you work, it teaches you about discipline. The more harder you work, the more you achieve, and you become more selfish efficient, and then you better product yourself all the time. You're a product of your own imagination, so you have to be assertive. You have to think of what you want, and don't back down for nothing. The moment that you back down, you're telling yourself that you're not worthy, you're not worth it enough, and you're worth whatever you want to put your value at. You are at the most high. You are the highest achiever. There's nothing difficult for you that you cannot do, because everything is there right in front of you, as long as you have a plan that is mapped out the way that you should be in order to achieve it. Take it one step at a time. Take it 1 week at a time. Do not try and crunch everything in a short time span, because you will be distracted, because 9 times out of 10 you're trying to figure out other ways to really make that thing happen. But it's not going to happen like that, because the thing is so underdeveloped. Because you might have one idea today, and then the next day you might have a bigger idea. So you want to just spread out your goals so that you're not trying to cramp in a whole bunch of workload on you, because you cannot work a lot, because then your body needs to be able to adjust to what you're already used to. And if your body is not used to it, then you're going to end up slowing down. So the goal is to give yourself balance, so that you're not feeling like you're overwhelmed and you cannot not do what you said to do, because you can. You can do it. You just have to be very hopeful and have a lot of self-awareness of where you are in life, so that you can actually change and actually have a plan to do it. Because most people aren't self-aware of where they are in life, and they question their life, and they end up hating their life. They end up being depressed because they're doing the same thing that they don't want to do, and that depression eats them alive. And it's like they don't know a way out, but there is a way out, and it's to focus on you. Focus on you, because without you, then there is no life. So you have to be the main priority. You have to be able to, put your foot down. You have to take no for an answer. If someone doesn't agree with your dreams, then you need to put them aside, because you're important. If you feel like you're never important, it's because you're doing the wrong thing. So importance is that you need to stay focused on what you love to do. Stay focused on what makes you happy and what makes you enthusiastic and what you can tell about everybody. And you need to be able to do something that makes you not have to necessarily charge them for it. Like, what can you do for free for the rest of your life, and stick to it, because you never know how long it could take you or where it could take you, because it might take you shorter than longer if you were to just charge up front for what you want. But you have to be more feeling in your heart. You need to have more feelings in your heart. If you don't have enough feelings in your heart, then you are not going to feel good about doing whatever it is. If you're at a job you don't like, and then you don't feel good about it, you hold so much in that one day it's going to have to go out. And if it goes out in a bad way, then now you're at fault. But if you just let out all the bad negative energy inside of you, then you're going to be more enthusiastic about doing something that you want to do. Give yourself time, give yourself a reflection period of your life. Like, think of what worked for you in the past, and think of what didn't work for you. Think about what made you feel good in the past, what did not make you feel good in the past, and just add things in and exit it out. Because if you just keep everything mixed in, then you're gonna get confused. You're gonna confuse yourself. So there's no time for confusion. You make mistakes as you go, but you need to just keep on improving your life quality. If you do not improve your life quality, you will feel pain, not today, but you'll feel it in the near future. I can't afford to lose, because my life depends on me, and whatever I say goes. And you have to be very hard-headed about it. Be addicted to winning. Be addicted to changing how your life is if you are not happy with it. Build a high intensity to win, which is the same thing I just said. You have to work on your handshake. Sometimes you have to work on your appearance. Like, if you are shy all the time, try and build up confidence so you're not as shy anymore. If you are struggling to figure out what you want to do in life, surround yourself with people that are doing a lot of things in life, so that they can kind of give you ideas, and you can see which one is the most fit for you. Because I feel like nowadays there is no job security. So it's like, if you're just working somewhere because you think you're getting a stable income, what if the company that you work for does not care about your well-being? What if you just get tired of it and you want to change, and you don't want to feel like you're in survival mode and you have to stay there? Like, now is no more survival mode. You need to feel like you're thriving mode. You need to feel like you're happy mode. Like, stop feeling like you're less than, because once you start feeling like you're less than, you're gonna give the power that somebody has over you, and they're gonna control your whole entire life because you feel less than. Don't feel less than. Feel overpowered. Feel stronger. Feel more. You are more. You are the most important thing that can really help other people's lives if you just take initiative and take action. Do not delay yourself from the life that is supposed to be for you. You are closer to your dreams in reality than you think. If you just look at your dreams and don't take action, then you're not gonna see anything happen. So just stick with it. It's going to take time, and time is what makes you more valuable. The more time you spend on it, the more you know. The lesser time you spend on it, the less you know. So if I spend more time on one subject for 12 years straight, I am 12 years of an expert, and nobody can argue with the information that I have. And guess what? I can now do more because I'm always studying every single day. If I don't study, I forget. So you have to keep track of how you work and just keep working twice as hard. Sometimes you have to sacrifice. If it's a sacrifice, then sacrifice a couple of days out the week just to chase your dreams. But do not just let the life pass you by, because once the opportunity window is closed and it'll never open again, you cannot cry in front of the door. You got this. Chase your dreams right now because your life is waiting on you, and you got this. Let's go.